Hello everyone! Garry Kasparov often said that he really liked Mikhail Tal as a person and that he really enjoyed his games, but he also said that most of Tal's attacks would definitely be refuted by today's modern grandmasters. But it's interesting, in this game he defeats his opponent exactly in the style of Mikhail Tal. First he sacrifices some material to gain initiative, then he sacrifices some more material, and then, well, he makes his opponent think and he gives him a lot of options to choose from. His opponent is exhausted and, well, being in time trouble, he blunders and Kasparov wins the game. So pretty much exactly like Mikhail Tal. And this game was played in 1980 in the 7th European Championship, and Garry Kasparov was 18 years old at the time this game was played. So Garry is white and Josef Preble is black. We have d4, knight to f6, c4, g6, knight to c3, d5, the Gruenfeld defense, c captures on d5, knight captures on d5, and now e4. We have knight captures on c3, b captures on c3, and bishop to g7. Knight to f3, b6, and Kasparov plays bishop to b5 check. We have c6, bishop back to c4, and now castles, also castles, and bishop to a6. And okay, Kasparov captures the bishop, bishop captures on a6, knight captures on a6, and now queen to a4, attacking this knight on a6. We have queen to c8, defending the knight, and now Kasparov plays bishop to g5, developing the bishop to a nice square and also attacking e7. So we have queen to b7, now defending this e7 pawn, and this is a good move. Kasparov can't really win this pawn on e7. If he would play bishop captures on e7, queen captures on e7, queen captures on a6, then simply queen captures on e4, and this is okay for black. So after, just a second, after queen to b7, Kasparov decided to go rook f to e1. So now he's defending this e4 pawn, and he's definitely threatening to capture on e7. So e6 is played. We have rook a to b1. And now Josef gets an idea that he would like to play c5, and he does. This is, opening up the queen's diagonal, and also he wants to break up white's strong center here, attacking this d4 pawn. And if the d pawn ever moves, then this bishop will capture the c3 pawn. But this was actually Kasparov's idea, and Kasparov plays d5 here. He offers this pawn, just to create this passed d5 pawn. So we have bishop captures on c3, rook to d1, we have e captures on d5, e captures on d5, and okay, Kasparov is down a pawn, but he does have this nice d5 passed pawn. We have bishop to g7, and Kasparov pushes forward, d6. And now we have f6 attacking this bishop on g5, and in this position, well, Kasparov says about this position that this next move really cuts the board in half, and it really makes your opponent think. And Kasparov plays d7. First he gave up this c3 pawn to create a passed pawn, and now he's given up a piece to push this passed pawn further, because, you know, passed pawns must be pushed. So Josef accepts this. He plays f captures on g5. And, well, okay, Kasparov does have a passed pawn, but it's not that easy to convert this into some kind of an advantage. But Kasparov gets an idea. He plays queen to c4 check, we have king to h8, and now knight captures on g5. And, okay, Kasparov does have some threats here with this knight to f7 check ideas, well, definitely winning the exchange here. So Josef plays bishop to f6, this is definitely the best move. And Kasparov plays knight to e6, and this is the idea Kasparov had. The whole point of this piece sacrifice of the bishop here was that this rook on f8 cannot be defended now. For example, if black would try to defend this rook with something like rook to g8, then Kasparov found this beautiful move, rook to d6. And, well, let's say after knight to c7, Kasparov has this very nice move of d8 queen. So rook captures on d8, and now, well, rook captures on d8, and whatever black plays here, white will be better. For example, if knight captures knight, then simply rook captures on g8 with check, and then queen captures the knight on e6, and this is, well, better for black, better for white. He will be up in the exchange. The same goes if rook captures rook. And, one other thing is, if black would try to win material here with bishop captures on d8, then simply queen to c3 check will be checkmate in 2 moves. So after this knight to e6, Joseph saw that this rook cannot be defended, and he played knight to c7. So Kasparov plays knight captures on f8, rook captures on f8, and now again that nice rook move Kasparov found also works here. So he plays a rook to d6. And the threat is pretty obvious. Rook captures on f6 and then promoting to a queen. So bishop to f7, bishop to e7 stopping this, and now another beautiful move by Kasparov, d8 queen. So the queen obviously has to be captured, bishop captures on d8, and now queen to c3, check. We have king to g8, and now rook to d7. And this rook to d7 has a couple of purposes, which you'll see later. We have a bishop to f6, of course defending, because the threat was queen to g7 checkmate. And now Kasparov again plays a beautiful sequence of moves. Queen to c4 check, we have king to h8, and now queen to f4. Now with a double attack on this knight here. We have queen to a6, and when black played this queen to a6 move, he was going for something like, for example, queen captures on c7, and then simply queen captures on a2. And this would be indeed playable for black. After rook captures on h7, then simply king to g8, and well, black can play this, no problem. With this 3 passed pawns, this is okay for black. But this is why I say that Kasparov won this game exactly in the style of Mikhail Tal. After Kasparov played queen to f4, his opponent did play queen to a6, but he completely missed Kasparov's real threat, which is queen to h6. And Kasparov played this queen to h6 move, and his opponent resigned because there is no defense against queen captures on h7. That is checkmate. So yeah, a beautiful game by the 18-year-old Garry Kasparov, and we're only a couple of hours away from round 1 of the St. Louis Championship. Garry Kasparov will be playing against Sergei Karyakin with the white pieces, so it will quite a game to start off the tournament. So yeah, that's it. I do hope you enjoyed it. As usual, you can check 2 of my previous videos here. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you soon.